In honor of Denver's decriminalization of magic mushrooms, doctors of Reddit, what, if any, is your best story of patients on hallucinogenics?
Fun fact, in the UK magic mushrooms are classed as a Class A drug for some reason, which is the same category as heroin and crack cocaine.
Gamers of Reddit, if you could remaster any game so it had today's graphics, which game would you choose?
Simpsons Hit and Run. Someone make it happen.
Metal Gear Solid 1. Don't mess with anything else but the graphics. I just wanna be able to again, but my PS1 and PS3 both broke and I only have the PS4.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Morrowind.
Star Wars, Jedi Academy.
GoldenEye 007.
Final Fantasy 3-6.
Serious, have you ever watched as someone's world fell apart in a moment? What happened?
My godmother, when her abusive husband shot their 7-year-old daughter and 1-year-old son, nearly killed her parents and then committed suicide.
What's something that can't be explained? It must be experienced.
Psychosis.
The effect of chronic pain on one's mental health. Imposter syndrome, at least for me when I try to explain to people.
You can't explain it to a child. They have to experience it to understand.
I'm going to say the realization of your own mortality. It's always an obscure concept that always seems so far away until in one terrifying moment it becomes a crystal clear fact of reality. Going up the stairs and putting your foot down thinking there's one more step at the top than there actually is.
That feeling when your nose is clogged but then you get into the right position and your nose frees up.
Redditors who suffer from a mental illness, how do you feel about the stereotypes around it?
You don't look autistic is the worst thing you can say to a person recently diagnosed.
Last I heard of it, I'm in the autism spectrum. I don't really appreciate the stereotypes and loathe when it's used as an insult, but I do enjoy the humor and memes a lot.
People with eating disorders don't hate food. We love to eat and cook.
I have PTSD, anxiety, depression. No, not everyone who has PTSD got it from combat. I was clinically diagnosed when I was 12. Get the fuck out of here with you don't have legitimate PTSD.
You run an inconvenience store. What do you sell?
A whisk that's just big enough to jam your cutlery drawer every time you want to open it.
Scissors that are zip-tied shut.
I'll never know, there are too many layers of packaging shrink sealed around more packaging.
Lukewarm coffee packages of cookies containing only broken ones, packs of rubber bands that break when stretched, dull razors, tape that has lost its sticky.
Toilet paper, individually wrapped sheets like they were craft singles.
What's the most awkward situation you've ever been in?
I was looking at my mom's phone cause she wanted to show me some pictures from what she did that weekend. I swiped one too many times and came across one of her nudes. I felt my soul jolt out of my body seeing that shit.
My 79-year-old mother-in-law with Alzheimer's telling us that she had had sex the previous night with another resident of her nursing home. She had been celibate for 20 years up until then. We think.
So are you two dating? He said yes at the same time I said no, to which his friend told him I told you didn't ask clearly enough. Edit, I accidentally mixed up him saying yes and me saying no.
Doctors of Reddit, what was your "this person is obviously fucking lying" / faking moment?
Nah doc, I don't drink. Just beer.
People named Chad, Karen, or other names the internet has stereotyped. How has life been since?
When I introduce myself, I still can't say my name is Jeff. I have to say hello, I'm Jeff, or just I'm Jeff. 22 Jump Street ruined my life. From what I hear, Chads have it pretty damn good.
My fiance's mom is a Karen, but she is really sweet and kind, so whenever my friends and I talk about the stereotypical speak to the manager, we use Janan instead of Karen.
The Chad I know is a sassy gay man who once worked at Wendy's and is now working at the Dunkin' Donuts down the street.
It's got to be better than a "that's my dog's name" I always get.
Know a guy named Aaron who had to wear a name tag at work. He's no longer a fan of Key and Peele.
I was once at a restaurant with a waitress named Felicia, and every time she introduced herself to the customers at the nearby tables, it was always immediately followed with "Bye Felicia."
What are you going through right now that you need to speak about?
I don't know what to do with my fucking life. I'm 23 and I want to study again, but I'm afraid that it's too late to do it. I'm currently working, but I don't want to be in this job for the rest of my life.
My mental health is really suffering. The past 5 months have torn me apart, and now I'm trying to pull myself back together. But I'm afraid that I cannot do it.
I'm wearing myself thin, financially, emotionally, mentally, and I just have to accept that things will get better. Life comes at you fast and you either meet it or get destroyed by it. I won't make that mistake again.